He realized she was with him only for his money. The day he finally saw the truth was the day everything changed. For a long time, he believed he had found someone who loved him deeply. He thought her attention, her sweet words, and her constant presence meant she truly cared about him. Whenever he spent money on her, she seemed happy. Whenever he bought gifts, paid bills, or solved her problems, she praised him and made him feel important. He convinced himself that this was love. He ignored the small signs that were trying to warn him because he wanted the relationship to work. As time passed, he started noticing things he had refused to see before. Every conversation somehow ended with a request. Every problem she had become, every problem she had become his responsibility. Every time he needed support, she suddenly became unavailable. When he was struggling emotionally, she had no interest in listening. When he faced difficulties, always she always found an excuse to disappear. Yet, when she needed money, she knew exactly what to say to make him open his wallet again. The realization did not come all at once. It happened little by little. He began to notice that she was interested in what he could provide, not who he was as a person. She knew the balance in his account better than she knew the pain in his heart. She remembered every promise of financial help but forgot the moment when he needed kindness, understanding, and loyalty. The more he looked back, the more painful the truth became. One day, circumstances changed. The money was not flowing as freely as before. Life became difficult. He expected her to stand beside him during that season because he had stood beside her through everything. Instead, her attitude changed. The call became less frequent. The affection became weaker. The excitement she once showed started disappearing suddenly. The man she claimed she could never live without was no longer enough. That was when his heart was broken. Not because he lost her, but because he realized that he had been loved for what he had, not for who he was. He remembered all the sacrifices he made, all the opportunities he gave up, and all the trust he had placed in someone who never truly invested in him. The pain was heavy because he had made mistakes by depending for love and attention for commitment for commitment. Now he sits with lesson he never wanted to learn. He understands that genuine love remains during hard times. Real love does not disappear when money becomes tight. Love, real love, does not measure a person's value by what they can provide. A person's true a person who truly loves will care about your heart, your peace, your dreams, and your well-being, not just because your ability to solve financial problems. Today, he sees clearly what he could not see before. The woman he thought what was his future was only interested in the benefit she received from being with him. The truth hurt, but it also opened his eyes. What felt like painful ending became an important lesson. He now knows that loyalty cannot be bought, affection cannot be purchased, and true love is revealed when there is nothing material left to gain.